Okay, let's get a little improvisational this round. But first, we get our new Viking. We do our harvest, which is 1 to 4. We get pairs this time around, so 1, 1, 1. So these are all the ones. We get our 2. Sadly, we can't make these into beer. You can make beer in other Uwe games, like Ore et Labora, or I think there might be a brewery in Le Havre, although it doesn't give you actual beer as a resource, it just gives you money. But here is our harvest. Turn exploration boards and place silver. Well, we've got 3 exploration boards to put silver on, so let's do that. Let's get these all nicely silvered up. No exploration in this game, sadly. I can't show all the mechanics in a single game, that would be absurd. But there, Newfoundland. I think with the possibility of Bear Island, yep, these are all North American locations now. I have no idea where Bear Island is. Neither does anyone else as far as I know. So, our new weapon for this round is a snare. Probably going to get traded in for ore at some point. Can't place ore in houses, sadly. So, I have some plans here. The first of which involves placing one of these sheep down here. This is covering up 3 minus point spaces, so even though I don't think I scored the 2 points for the sheep while it's in a house, I'm actually still gaining a point by doing this, since I'm covering up 3 minus 1 point spaces, which is pretty good. The next thing I'm going to do is, because I can place food here, I want to get a long skinny green thing so that I can, start placing my greens. And for that I'm going to want to make some wool from my flax, which is going to be done with a single Viking. Trade this in, not for wool, for linen. I have wool, so let's trade it in for some linen. Put that down there. And now, if I want to get more free food, wait down, I can't actually place a sheep like that. Well, I can place, even if I can't place a sheep, I can place a cabbage. The cabbage will do the job. That's the important part. And I can also use a rune stone here to cover up another minus point. These will be worth more points over here, but that food I can actually put back in. I can feed that back into things. Or I can use it to defeat the Vikings, which is going to be important to avoid negative points. So that's good. Now, do I want to build more houses? Yes I do. I want more ways of converting bonus points. I have a single stone to work with, so I'm going to build one of these. So this will cost me a stone. I need 2 Vikings for this action. This will allow me to build a small house. And with this house, I can do this, place a wood to cover a minus space. So this will allow me to get more use out of my bonus items. Other than that, I can also place that here, or here, depending on how awkward I want to make things for myself. But we can leave that for later, see if I want to get the bonus. Next thing I want to do is, well, I've got plenty of wood. I'm going to make myself and I've got a ready supply of ore. I'm going to make myself a longbow. I'm going to go raiding. Why? Well, partly because I want the Crown of England. Partly just to show off an interesting mechanic the game has. So building a longbow costs 3 Vikings, 2 wood. So I get my new objective, so my new card here. Cattle breeder, which I can play immediately to do an animal breeding phase. I'm going to do that once I've finished resolving the shipbuilding. Longboat goes down there. There we go. Next, since I don't actually, I can do some pillaging later on when I've got some more stone. since stone can be spent in pillaging the way you spend wood in hunting. So, next thing I'm going to do is play the cattle breeder using the tutor, so that'll cost me 1. Animal breeding phase, so that's one way to get more points. I have a lot of these in play. So I've still got 5 Vikings left to work with, so let's see what they're going to do. Well, I can upgrade 3 of my goods, which might be useful. Kind of want to upgrade these 3, if possible, to meat. There's a couple of reasons for this, one of which is the overseas trader, allowing me to upgrade them further into... I could turn these into blue goods, the right setup, and the other is making sure that my feast is actually functional this round. So I think I'm going to do that. This will also allow me to draw 4 weapon cards, which is going to be pretty good, and also get a new occupation. So these guys go down there. I get my other occupation, the armed fighter. So if I use the 4th column action space, I can grab stone or ore from these mountain strips. 1 stone or ore if it's available. And the next thing I'm going to need to do is to actually do the upgrade. So I'm going to upgrade 3 things. These will upgrade into upgradable materials. And let's upgrade this as well. Let's upgrade this to the blue. It's always nice to have a bit more blue to work with. And from there, I've got 2 more left. I don't necessarily want to take the overseas trading action. That feels like a bit of a waste of a Viking at this point. What I might want to do actually is I could go hunting, but I don't have much wood left to spend. I'm having a look along the 2-point column now. I don't have the wood to build another knab. I'll build a shed, but that doesn't seem like it'll serve me much purpose. So I'm actually going to do another overseas trading action. This is where Where am I? No, I don't have enough green to justify that. This is actually getting kind of tricky. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to upgrade this to a whale oil for my 1 upgrade. And then from that, I'm also going to get to take 3 items for any one of these. I really want some stone, so let's go for this one. Stone and ore will help me out a lot when I go raiding next round, which will be in the last round. So that's that round played out. Wonderful. And now we do the other stuff. I am still the start player. Can I take steps to upgrade my income at this point? Bloop. I could... I don't really have much more blooping means, unless I want to start ditching spears. Or, now that I have my 2 houses, I'm actually going to play the custodian. So I'll put this down. Since you play the custodian, which gives me 2 silver per house I have, so that's 4 silver. So I effectively just gained 3 silver. Now, I can do this. I can put down 1 silver here. Put this down here. And now my income is 7. I'm doing a pretty good job raising my income. So now that my income is 7, I'm going to take that 7, and I'm actually going to take a block of 4 here, because the blocks of 4 haven't really got much use, and I'm going to take another 3. So that's 7 silver. Now the animals breed, so I get 2 more animals. The breeding program is going well. Messed up as that sounds. Good thing I'm talking about cattle and sheep printed on cardboard. And now we do the feast. So for the feast, I want to use the long skinny things as much as I can, since that means I'm not wasting any space. So let's have a look here. And there we go. How many points are these things worth when you emigrate? Oh, definitely worth it. Okay, so these all go away. Looks like I might be showing off the emigration mechanic, if not the exploration. So these are all being eaten by my Vikings. And this is being paid to them, so they don't get angry at me. And now we do the bonus round. So, like last time, I get a runestone, a mead, and one of each building resource. I'm going to have to reorganize these when I have a free hand after this round, but one of each building resource. And I'm also going to get some beans this time around. So, a runestone, a mead, and some beans. These are going to be useful for the feast next round. I am kind of sort of accomplishing things. Yes. Yes, I am. And the mountain strips again. Well, we're getting one discarded, thankfully, because I'm running out of space on the table. So that one is gone. These all lose their leftmost resource, as is tradition. And we get our last mountain strip revealed. 2, 3, 1, 1. So let me just grab the 2, the 3, the 1, and the 1. Put these on the mountain strip. Excellent. Finally, we take back the Blue Vikings for the last round. Let's see if we can get some fun stuff this round. We have got things to do. See you next round. Yeah, I did remember the animal breeding phase this time.